Yeah, I saw the news today about the Kanye and Drake at the end of the OVO Fest. They got they had where Drake nodded or Kanye was talking about the mixtape they were gonna do at the end of the year. It was reported on Pitchfork yesterday about I don't know almost 24 hours ago, a whole day ago. So today on the show of the Breakfast Club, they bring how they bring up stuff. I look on the thing, like I wake up to my emails and all this stuff. So they was like, "Yo, on the Breakfast Club today, Kanye, he came out and said they finna do a mixtape with Drake." I'm like, Drake spoke on that back in April that him and Kanye supposed to work on something, a mixtape coming up. That was back in April when like views dropped, around that time. So I'm like, it's not a real big deal, but I'm like, so I don't get like how did they, saying. So I said, well, let me stop with him going back and forth with messages. I said, send me the link. Because fans are good for that. They love to sit there and send you a link. So I click on the link. I'm listening to the show. And all of a sudden, you got the Charlemagne guy. And he's like, yeah, give us our props. Give us our props. Yeah, we got the exclusive. Like, exclusive? I'm like, the only thing you did was talk to Kanye to confirm what everybody else is already talking about. So how is that an exclusive? If somebody drops something on the internet like so and so says he's gay, then you call that person and they tell you, yeah, it's true, I'm gay. You gonna be, we got the exclusive. No, you didn't. You just got that person to tell you in person what's already out there. So I don't see how is that an exclusive. I guess for them that's an exclusive, but hey, it is what it is. Cause I'm like, Pitchfork put it out, probably 20 hours before that show. Drake talked about it back in April, so it's not really news to me. And Drake already announced earlier he had an album coming out, a mixtape coming out for the fall, for the winter time. He wants to have an album go winter, summer, winter, summer. That's basically what they want to do. But I don't know. People want to eat that stuff up, but I don't really want to go too much on this show because I really am not one to listen or watch the show. It's like if I'm up at that time and I'm turning the TV, I see the Breakfast Club. I'm thinking of the John Hughes movie. Hey, Breakfast Club. I turn and see them talking. I just turn the channel. I just have no interest in watching the show. So, shouts out to Angela Yee, though. I feel bad for her. I have to put up with those personalities. Then DJ Envy, he acts like, he been breastfed till he was at least 16 or 17. I mean, I don't really follow the light skin analogy, but he's a great argument that it's real. Oh my God. I'm like, he is super sensitive about everything. My goodness. It's like, does he have a backbone about anything? And then we all know what Charlemagne is. Charlemagne is, entertainment purposes only. Um, Not to say he's dumb or anything like that. It's mostly all entertainment purposes, and he is what he is. He's a character. So, um, that's all I'm gonna say about the show. The guy was like, "Man, do you think Charlamagne gonna get a show?" Oh, he's already trying to do other things. He's been trying to leave that show for a long time, from what people have told me. So I really just don't care what he does. I mean, He's supposed to have some other show where he had Joe Budden's on there or something. And I'm like, well, they're losing. Your show must be doing really bad if you got to put Joe Budden's on it. I'm like, Joe Budden's on the show? Why would he do that? Now you really just giving a bad look to your show. Like, we got Joe Buttons. He has nothing out or nothing going on, but we got him on the show to talk about how he don't like Drake. What more could he ask? What new you got coming on, Joe? Oh, I got F Drake, Volume 3. Then I got Drake You Suck, mixtape Volume 5. Then I got a double CD called Where You At, Drake. It's like, really? So, that's my thoughts on the program. If you like it, knock yourself out. But my thing is, they never break anything. What if they got a guest on the show and the guest is asking questions and the guest will say something, that's about all you're going to get out of the show. Other than that, you're not going to really get anything. Now my barber talking about 2 o'clock. Man, I can't be sitting around here for no 2 hours waiting on him. We might have to do that another time. I'm going to the strip club. But they not sitting over here talking about some like breaking stories. It's just whatever the guests they have on the show say. Cause I said whenever it's something about Diddy, do they be like the last ones to report on it? I mean, remember the time Diddy and the cop situation? That stuff was everywhere. Breakfast Club was the only one to lightly glance over it. Like, yeah, there's some video about some police officer saying that Diddy did this and blah, 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 blah. And then they had Diddy on there doing his spew on Breakfast Club for the interview. So the whole world want to hear Breakfast Club ask him the question. So it was pre-set up. So Charlemagne would ask him this question during the interview with his already programmed answer. And then he walks away from it all cowardly. Okay, that's it. All right. Like, I asked. Then he wants to get credit like a pat on the back. I asked Diddy right there. You heard me live on TV. I'm like, man, that phony pre-organized session. And I was like, I didn't even give it light of day. I didn't speak on it. I stayed away from it. But now Diddy's bodyguard, the one who was there when everything went down, comes out and make allegations about Puffy, talking about his dad, talking about Shine, talking about all of these things. I haven't seen nobody send me a link about what the Breakfast Club thought about it. So if it was on the show, it didn't come by me. And they send me every stupid thing they say on that show. I swear, I wake up and here's a clip. Karceno, you hear what they said about the Breakfast Club? Karceno, did you do this to the Breakfast Club? Karceno, this is the Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club. I'm like, what are you talking about? I be alerts popping through my phone. I'm waking up. What? What happened? Breakfast Club. What'd they say? Who did what? So, look. Continuously do your thing. Make your money, man. That's all I can say. I'm just like calling a spade a spade. That's all I'm doing. But I don't knock any of them. Angela Yee, I think she does a great job on this show. Basically, she's the mediator to keep everything normal. Everyone else is just like too into their feelings about everything. So it's what people watch now. I don't blame people for being like really stupid now because you have poor entertainment on television. We used to watch shows, actual programs. Now those are gone. You have no programs basically on television. They're all on like Netflix or you got to really watch premium channels. now people are starting to like realize, hey, you know, we got to get back to putting out some real shows. And then when you got a real show, it dies out because people are like, oh man, this show's bored. It's on 5 minutes and nobody slapped nobody. You know, because they watch only ignorance. When it's great writing, it's like, look, there's character development happening here. You know, you got to let the show develop some. You got to trust that the people are smart enough to know that this is development of character. And then they can decipher good from bad. Now you can't tell anything. They don't know good writing from bad writing. They be, man, you tell me what's wrong with the movie Baby Mama. I mean, and then you see a trash movie and people be, man, I love that movie. Man, that movie was great. I mean, how do you not see it? But that's why everybody to each his own. You know, some people will think that show is amazing, that program that come on in the morning. I would not waste my time getting up in the morning to watch something like that for hours. Now, if they had somebody, I remember they did an interview with somebody. And I was like, oh man, I want to see this interview with this person. I'm surprised they're interviewing this person. And I'm trying to listen to this guy talk, and the guy's like, well, this is when like my mom had cancer, blah, 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 blah. So when you was dating such and such, was she there too? You know, was she wearing clothes? Was she naked? Did you put it in her butt? I'm like, what kind of... This guy's talking about his life and y'all going into who this B is and she did that and did you sleep with her and a friend, and because they automatically go negative. And I don't know where that policy came in as, just like, this is getting boring. Let's talk about some just complete ridiculousness. I don't get it. I really don't. But like I said, some people like it. But I'm through talking about them. I'm out.